The problem of man's rebellion isn't because we have a message that isn't rational. We have a message that's very rational, very logical. We have a message that is filled with evidences, supports, and proofs, testified to for generations through, again, the prophets and apostles. Certainly expressed in our own personal experiences, we can give testimony to this. So the heart of man's rejection isn't because there isn't enough evidence for them to be able to know. It isn't that man doesn't have enough facts that he can reason with so that he could know. It isn't as if the information is kept back from him so he couldn't know. No, there is a deeper problem. Again, this should give us confidence that when we are out being faithful to minister the gospel message, the problem isn't with our message, unless it's not ineffective. This is powerful, and it is able to bring faith. And the problem isn't with the reach of the message. God has testified universally to all the need. There should be within all of creation this stirred up appetite saying, I need to be reconciled to God, because they can see his attributes. God is regularly creating the need every single day. Every day the sun comes up, every day someone looks into the stars, every day somebody sees a miraculous, powerful event, it should stir up with somebody this immediate sense of need to be reconciled to this God, or need to know him, to which the message of the gospel comes in loud and clear. And it certainly isn't an evidence problem, as if somehow I can reason somebody to common ground and make them believe. It's not a problem which, if I give you enough knowledge and give you the right details, we can find some common ground and we can agree, and then I can just enter you into heaven because you didn't have the facts right. But if I gave you the right facts, we can reason ourselves to God and believe. It's not an evidential problem. So then what is the problem? And Paul gives us the answer in verse 21. Here's what the problem is. Verse 21. But as for Israel, he says, all the day long, I have stretched out my hand to a disobedient and obstinate people. That's the heart of the problem. The heart of the problem is man's open hostility towards the love of God. The heart of the problem is man's rebellion, that he is obstinate and disobedient, that he's stubbornly resisting to the truth, and he is running headlong into error. They are all culpable. No one is going to be able to come around and give some kind of excuse like, well, it's the message. I didn't hear the right message, so you gave me the wrong message. That's why I'm not entering into heaven. Your messengers messed it up because they gave us the wrong one. No, this message is effective. Well, maybe I just didn't hear it. I didn't know that there's a God out there. No, you can't argue that because the testimony of God's power is universally evident. Well, maybe you didn't just give me the right facts. If you gave me the right facts, I would have reasoned my way to God. No, the facts have been evident through the testimony of the Scriptures and through the proclamation of the truth. This isn't a power problem in the message. It isn't a delivery problem. It isn't an information problem, a knowledge problem. It's not too complex. No, what the real problem is, when you're hearing the truth and it's coming out and you're resisting it and you're saying, well, it's a problem with the preacher being too complex. No, it is a stubborn, obstinate heart that doesn't want to come under the truth. It doesn't want to believe. Doesn't want to turn, loves its own way and loves its own path, and wants to push God off his throne and sit on that throne himself so he can be God and he can do what he wants to do. And it's in that's why man will not come under a knowledge of the gospel. He loves himself. Paul demonstrating in this marvelous passage, this isn't a problem with God's sovereignty. This isn't a problem with God's gospel and message. This is a problem with the rebellion in man's own heart, that even when God, as verse 21 says, is all day long stretching out my hands, they've been disobedient and obstinate, pushing back and rejecting.